Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I'm going to be doing a little review and look video featuring the Go Green collection from Igneous Cosmetics. This collection consists of two palettes, the Amazon palette and the Karoo palette, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes. Now, I have tried one other palette by Igneous Cosmetics. It is their deep blue palette. It's largely like lavender and blue and green. That one is largely shimmers. These two are both mattes. Each one has 5 mattes and 1 shimmer, 6 shades each. And these palettes are inspired by different regions of the environment. So the Amazon rainforest and the Karoo, I think, desert plain. It's like a desert plains region in South Africa. So these are both inspired by the flora and fauna from those regions. This is also called the Go Green collection, not just because both of the eyeshadows in these palettes are really green, but also because Igneous Cosmetics is switching towards more environmentally friendly packaging. When I got these in the mail, just about everything that was included, including the swatch stencils that they always include with their palettes, all of that was able to be recycled, which I think is really cool. And they also have all of these shades that you can get in singles, so that way if one of the palettes, like full-on color schemes, doesn't appeal to you, you can just get like 1 or 2 of the shades, or you can just build your own custom palette as a combination of the two. I really like green eyeshadow, and I didn't quite have as much of these. Like, I don't have a lot of muted greens in my collection, so I just really wanted to get the whole collection. And also, one of the things that I really like is that their palette tins are metal. I've always loved the packaging for Igneous Cosmetics, just because I really don't like the paper paper packaging is better than plastic packaging, but I think we see so much plastic packaging in makeup that it's not good for the environment. The oceans are being destroyed as we speak, not to be alarmist, but... And also that means between that and the fact that you can get these as singles, if you run out of one of these shades real quick, I mean, I don't use green eyeshadow that I would like so much that I would run out, but you can just replace one of them instead of replacing the whole palette, because as you can see, these are pretty easy to come out of there. Also, I should mention that their customer service is absolutely fantastic. So I had ordered the collection at the end of June. I had gotten it within like a couple weeks. This was shipping from Canada. I was about to say Canada to the US. So it was shipped pretty quick, but when I gotten it, my Amazon palette had basically come like very broken, and I like sent the shop owner a message on Etsy, which is where you can get these. And she was like, oh yeah, no worries, I can replace it. And she asked me like which shadows had gotten broken. It was basically all of them, but she also had suggested, so in order to save packaging, that she just sent the singles and I could put it in the Amazon palette. And that worked out really well because I didn't want to have 2 tins laying around, and that meant we could save the environment a little bit. So I thought that was really great. The owner is just absolutely wonderful, and apparently green is her favorite color, so that's why she made this collection. So as for these shadows themselves, I really like them. They're very pigmented and easy to work with for me. I'm kind of a person who really just likes to pack on a lot of color. So as you'll be able to see in the actual like looks, that is something that is really easy to do with these. However, the mattes have a lot of fallout. The Amazon palette does have more kick up than the Karoo palette, but they both have a significant amount of kick up. So I definitely recommend doing your eyes before you do your base, but that's not something that I am like too particularly bothered by. But these were just kind of kick-uppy to an extreme that I really hadn't seen before, because, I mean, you'll know I love a good Anastasia Beverly Hills matte shadow, and that is kind of how I see the Igneous Cosmetics matte formula, but they're a little bit more intense when it comes to the amount of fallout that you get from them. Again, this isn't something I mind, but I figured that it is something that I know other people would mind, so I figured I should mention it. And the other thing that I'm really happy about with these is that they do have more mattes and shimmers, because one of the things that I didn't like as much about my deep blue palette is that the shimmers from the Igneous Cosmetics formula are just very, very stiff. So I just usually will like spray my brush or use my finger to put it on. So I just prefer their mattes formula a bit more. Granted, the shimmers in these two palettes are a little bit easier to work with than the shimmers in the deep blue palette, so I think they have made it a little bit softer in the time that in between making those two collections, but they're still a little bit on the stiffer side, and I still really prefer their matte formula for the kinds of looks that I want to do. And I'll also say that these sorts of palettes, I think their formula works really well if you want to do like softer eye looks like these, not so much like the structured like cut crease type looks. I haven't had a whole lot of luck doing things like that, but I think they blend really well together if you want to do like a soft halo eye, or like my other one is just like your standard olive green smoky-ish eye. Those are all really easy to do with these shadows, so I kind of go for Igneous shadows when I want to just do something a little bit softer and blendy and ethereal. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the kind of look that I really like to do with these shadows. You can also find some more swatches over on my Instagramma, or Instagram if you will, up here. As far as if I think you should get both, that's honestly up to personal preference. I really think that it was a good idea for me to get both because I do see enough variety in the two palettes. The Karoo palette is a little bit brighter, whereas the Amazon palette is a little bit more earthy. But if you would prefer one look or the other, I'm not going to tell you like you need to buy all of the shades, obviously, because even the owner is saying like, hey, if you don't think you're going to use all the shades, just get some singles. It's fine if you want to like buy from this collection. So I'm not going to tell you to do that, but I am saying that I think it was a good idea for me to get these. Get both of them because I think they really do add something to my collection. I think they're really beautiful. I think they both have really good qualities to both of them, so I'm not going to say I like one over the other. I think I might have liked the look I did with my Amazon palette yesterday, which you'll see in a few minutes, a little bit more, but I don't think that this was a bad look. I just really like both of them. I think they're both super flattering, and yeah, I'm really happy. I am going to just get into the two looks. Okay, so for this look, I'm going to be using the Amazon palette, which is the more olive-y toned one, and I haven't thought about what I want to do for this look at all because it is 9:22 at night, but I think I'm going to begin by taking this top right shade here, which is Sphagnum. These are sciencey. I should just get Case to pronounce these, but Sphagnum here, and that is gonna go into my crease. Jeez, I forget how like kick-uppy these are. Oh my god. Tap off your brushes, folks, before you go in on your crease. Also, don't do your base before doing this. I haven't done my base yet, so. Okay, before I go any further, I do have to tell y'all, you know that I usually like really dig my brushes into my shades. I have barely like tapped into this, and it is very, very kick-uppy. I don't mind kick-up that much because it does mean that it's really pigmented, but if you do, this might not be the palette for you. As you can tell, it also means that the mattes are very pigmented and they're blending really nicely. Like, I really obviously don't have to work too much with these. I'm gonna put that on my outer corner of this eye a little bit more, kind of so I match it. I'm going to go in with the green shimmer, the one shimmer from this palette, which is Victoria Amazonica. Yeah, that one. And I'm gonna put that on my lid. And what I've noticed about the shimmers from Igneous Cosmetics is they're very stiff. I prefer their mattes because they're just a little bit easier to work with for someone like me, but their shimmers are very stiff, so I just like to use my finger like this and just do that instead. I don't often do that with shadows just because I don't particularly care for the hassle, but I'll do it in this case because obviously it has a very gorgeous effect. At least I think so. Your opinion might differ, but I'm going to now take this darker green shade here, which is Bakla. How is it that I can pronounce most Old Testament Hebrew names, but this eyeshadow palette is what kills me? But anyway, this dark green right here, that's gonna deepen this up a little bit. I'm especially gonna concentrate that a little bit more in my crease because I have another shade that I want to use for my outer corner. And then I'm just going to take the brush that I used on the more olive green and I'm going to blend it out. I'm not using any more of this shade or anything. Now very quickly I'm gonna go in and like put on my base and stuff before I kind of do anything else. It's time for me to get back to my eyes now that I have kind of just slapped some stuff on my face. So let me go along my lower lash line. I'm gonna use a middle bottom shade here. You can tell how much kick up has happened. And that is a shade Babasu, I think that's how that's pronounced. So that's another olivey type shade like what went in the crease. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the green shimmer and I'm just going to put that towards my inner corner and just really concentrate it there. And obviously the look I'm getting out of it is quite lovely. For my outer corner, I'm going to use this top middle shade, which is Wimba. There we go, something I can pronounce. Wimba. Okay, so this doesn't really have like a highlight shade, neither of them really do, so I'm just gonna take like a matte cream shade and just put that up there to highlight it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some wing liner as much as I would like to avoid it because I'm literally just gonna go take this makeup off because it is almost 10 o'clock at night. So the battery's low, so I'm gonna go do my eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick off camera real quick while it charges. Okay, so I just threw on, it's somewhere around here, this is what I get for going downstairs to ask my friends to tell me that it looks good. Before I finish, to explain that comment, I am literally about to take this off so that I can like work on some editing and go to bed, but I also feel like this makeup was too good for me to just show it to y'all on the internet. So I have a few friends hanging out downstairs and so I went downstairs to be like, hey, tell me my makeup looks good. Please admire it because that's what I need. Because it does look very good. I'm actually really happy with this look. Anyway, now that my ego's out of the way. For my lipstick, I used my e.l.f. Liquid Matte Lipstick in Praline. And this is my finished first look with the Amazon palette. Okay, so for this look I'm going to be using the Karoo palette. So I kind of want to do like a halo eye look. So I'm going to begin with this brighter shade down here, and that is the shade Euclio Undulata, and I'm going to put that all up in my crease. Now I'm going to begin working on my inner and outer corner. I'm going to use the top middle shade, which is called Leucadendron Laureolum. I'm not going to sound intelligent in this video at all. Oh, that one isn't as kick-uppy. That's nice. And I'm just going to work it towards the outer corner and then into my crease. And then into my inner corner. Now for my lid shade, I'm going to go in with this more tealy aqua shade, which is called Agave Ovatifolia, right here. And that one isn't quite as kick-uppy either. Then I'm just going to take this brush and very gently blend out the edges. Then I'm just going to take a very, very tiny bit of Baobab right here. Look at me actually knowing how to pronounce the shade. And I'm going to, again, just a very, very tiny bit. I'm going to put that on the outer corner. And I'll put a tiny bit of it on the inner corner as well. Now I'm going to go in and do the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now along my lower lash line, I'm going to take the top middle shade here. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name again. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used on when I was putting it along the top. And just doing one of these numbers. And then on my inner corner, I'm going to take Crassula here, the one shimmer shade in the palette, and I'm just doing that on a very small brush and poking that on in here. And now I need a brow bone highlight, so I'm just going to take a matte white shade and pop that on up there. And now I'm just going to go in and do my mascara and lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just threw on some mascara and lip gloss. The lip gloss I'm wearing is Wet from Fluid. It's just a clear gloss, but I think it looks really cute, and this is my finished look. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you on my next one. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye!